Notts County Talk. It is almost time for the National League season to begin. But before that happens, we are absolutely delighted to be joined by channel favourite Dion Kelly-Evans. Dion, thank you so much for joining us. How are you doing?
I'm all good, thank you, boys. Thank you for having me. Yeah, I'm all good. I'm excited. I'm excited for the new season.
Yeah, we're just briefly chatting before this, and I think confidence is high amongst all of us, isn't it? I've been doing a lot of maths over the past few days because during the pandemic, we obviously got to watch every game. So we did match rating, player ratings for every game. And after a lot of maths and going back over hours of videos, you actually come out with the highest average player ratings we gave for the whole season, 7.8 over the whole season. So we've got a highest rated player on the channel. Massive.
Love to see it.
Thank you.
We're going to begin with 10 questions. Some are going to be football related, some are going to be about yourself, some are going to be about the team, and some are going to be completely random questions. So, George, I'll let you kick off with that one.
Right then, from the squad, who would win? Well, who would get bronze, silver, and gold in a 100-meter sprint?
Bronze, silver, and gold. Who's quick? I've heard Aaron Nemain is rapid.
Yeah, we
I'm
have.
yet to see it. I'm yet to see it, but it carries weight. You know when someone says that. He'd have to take. I give him gold. I give him gold. I think Brins is quick. Brins is quick. He's got the old technique going as well, so he's very quick. I give him silver. I'm giving silver. And third, who would I give bronze to? Connor Rawlinson. Once he gets going, he is quick.
I've heard that.
That surprised me a little bit.
When he gets going, he is quick. He might not share it all the time, but he's quick.
Would you make the final 8?
Oh, I'll be top.
I'll
be top, but South praise is no praise. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? No, but I think that'd be my top three.
Top three.
Brins and Connell, yeah.
Yeah, we called a couple of them, but we weren't sure of the next one. Question number 2 then. Who's the toughest player in your whole career that you've come up against?
Ooh. What, positionally or just like in general?
Let's say that, that's played on the wing against you.
Who I played against on the spot, yeah. I played against a guy called Ryan Colclough. I think he was at Oldham last season. When he was at MK Dons, we played him. I was at Coventry. Very good winger. Give me a hard day that day, I'll be honest.
From a fan's point of view, I can't remember if it was you or Brinley that was marking the Sutton winger last season. He seemed class. Was it Alafe, George?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's on loan, isn't he, from Millwall?
From Millwall
at the time, yeah.
Yeah, he seemed good from our point of view.
Yeah, they have two very good wingers last season. They're probably the best I've come up against in the national. I think they were two very good last season.
Yep.
Like they had everything. Go past you, pace, end product. Obviously, they've gone to with the league, so them two are very good, to be fair.
Yeah, solid. Next question then. If you weren't a fullback or wing back, where would you play?
This might surprise a few people. I don't mind going in goal. I don't mind getting, like, obviously it's only far aside, and obviously the goal probably help my height, but I don't mind playing there, or to be fair, centre mid, just a bit of a tear up, really. That's about it.
We got a fan that comes on regularly, Neil, and he was dead sure that you'd be a fantastic defensive mid, sat in front of the back four. He was going for it, wasn't he, George? He was arguing with other fans saying, put Dion there if we ever get an injury. I could see it. I don't
know if the gaffer's watching. He might do it if we're 5-0 up at one stage. But listen, the boys, we've got a very good in that position. Ed, Frank, obviously Doyle played there the last few years and he did really well. I'd only be in there for a bit of a tear up.
Number 4 then. Who's your biggest influence in football and why?
Ooh. If I'm going to say positionally, I have to be Ashley Cole. Growing up, I think he was the best.
Yeah.
Left back around at the time when I was growing up. Well, I'll probably say Steven Gerrard, because Liverpool were my team to watch. They were like the team I supported. He was the main man, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So if I'm gonna say a team I spotted with Steven Gerrard, but positionally Ashley Cole, well, he was one of the best.
He was. Bit of a different one then. From the squad, who's most likely to enter Love Island?
Ruben.
Really?
Ruben Rodriguez, without a doubt. We had a joke about it today. Yeah, I think him. We don't mind the ladies. Got, you know what I mean? Thinks he looks good. Looks after himself. He'd be my man to get in there.
There's a few Instagram stories floating around of him dancing in the changing room or something. So I'm not surprised by that. Number 6, not non-football related, cats or dogs?
Dogs.
You said that, George.
I knew it. Tom thought he was going to be a cat person.
No, me and cats ain't gone.
Yeah, same here. Next one then. Do you have any pre-match rituals?
Do you know what? Not really. I think I've been known to say we're winning, I carry my own boots if we're winning. But it's not a ritual. If we win a couple of games and it's working, I'll do it till we lose. But not really when it comes to food. Nah, I change it up. But no, I'm not really been a big fan of them kind of things.
Does anyone have any? Does anyone have any notable ones in the squad?
Jim walks out last. When he starts, Jim walks out last. That's probably the only one I can really think of off the top of my head. He walks out last.
Next question then. Favorite holiday destination?
What, that I've been or I'd like to go to?
Both.
I'd like to go to the Maldives.
Yeah.
I think for obvious reasons, beautiful.
Yeah.
Don't know if I had a really good one in my Bay Boys, I'll be honest. That was great. Had a nice one in Dominican though, a nice chill one in Dominican.
Yeah, that sounds
so
nice.
You know what I mean? You got a chill one in Dominican, then you have a nice one with the boys in Marbella. For the really good for different reasons.
Yeah. Who would you pay the most to see as a comedian from the squad, and who wouldn't sell a ticket as a comedian?
Who would I pay? Jim's funny. Jim has to be up there with a shout. Connell's got some great one-liners he comes out with. Who would I?
Who's getting heckled off stage?
I'd pay Jim, right? Because he's got a bit. He's very funny. See, this is a hard one. Who I wouldn't, because it's not. Lacey. Wait there. Yeah, Lacey, I think. Just because he's a nice guy. Do you know what I mean? He comes in, he works hard. We have good chats, but yeah, I'd just go for Lacey. All for nice reasons.
Yeah,
you know I mean? I'd probably say no. Or to be fair, Matt Palmer doesn't say a lot. Not another nice guy as well. Not a bad thing to say about him, but he's a bit quiet as well. So I'd probably say it'd be up to one of them two.
Fair enough.
Sort of a follow-up to that one then. Can you give us your best joke? On the spot now.
What? I ain't got no jokes. I'm funny, I'm witty. I'm off the
Spontaneously
cuff.
funny.
Yeah, I'm off the cuff. I am a joke.
You don't have to give us
you
one.
You don't have to give us one.
Nah, listen, boys. I ain't got one. I'll be honest.
And number 10, you've sort of already said this, I think, but what team do you support?
Listen, it'll always be Coventry. No matter where I go, no matter who I play for, it'll be Coventry. I always want to see them doing well, but everyone's got a Prem team, isn't they? It has to be Liverpool. So
yeah. What was it like playing for Coventry? Obviously, the team you support. That's what people dream of doing.
I can't lie, it was amazing. You work hard. I was there since 6 to 21. You work hard throughout the academy. I was dreaming about playing, being a professional footballer. But then the higher up you get, the closer you get, and then you think it's actually achievable. But when you get there, that's only when the hard work starts. Do you know what I mean? And then you debut, and you start racking up appearances, and it turned out to be it was a proud moment playing for Coventry every time. Do you know what I mean? It's obviously sad when you're playing and we get relegated the same season we win a trophy, but there's no better feeling. There's no better feeling.
Yeah, I can imagine. that's our 10 questions out of the way. We asked for a lot of fans' questions and got loads sent in on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Before we go on to them, the ones we've chosen, we've just got a few questions for yourself. So do you want to kick off, Jordan?
Yeah, I'll kick this one off. For someone that hasn't seen you play, how would you describe yourself as a player?
Tenacious. Defending is at the front of my mind all the time. Love 1v1 defending, tackling, heading, kicking it. Sort of the old school defenders we don't see a lot of nowadays. Can get forward and put a cross in. I'd probably say that's, for anyone who didn't know me, that's probably what I enjoy or what I have best to offer in the team.
I know I'm going to ask you this question. No footballers are going to say that they are, but do you ever come up against a player and think, I don't fancy this? Do you ever think physically or pace-wise, but you just literally take anyone on?
Never. Like, you turn up and you think, I'm going to be better than my man today. Because you got to think about it. He's trying to make you look bad. And he's basically like, he's trying to take away your next contract. That makes sense. Because if he makes you look bad, people think, oh, I won't play him next game. Before you know, you're on the bench 2, 3, 4, 5. But you always think, I'm going to play well. I'm going to get better than my man every time. Only better things will happen or come from it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And
so, I'm always up for it.
And it's sort of an old school cliche defender says, but do you ever see a player and think, I'm going to leave one in on him early, let him know I'm here?
Every game.
Because I thought you'd say that, yeah. I mean, I know you've not got social media, but all around Twitter, it's sort of a Notts County bingo every game when will Dion put the first heavy tackle in. And it's usually about first 10 minutes.
You try and do it in the best way possible and trying to win the ball. Obviously, sometimes you can't help but just take the man. But every game, really, just to let them know what they're up against.
Yeah, I think fans appreciate that, don't we, George? Massively.
Absolutely, yeah. I think it's no secret, is it, amongst the Notts County community that you're a bit of a fan favourite as well.
100%. Going on from the question George asked then, what motivates you? Is it the same thing that's motivated you throughout your whole career? Does it change as you leave teams and join new teams?
Motivation is to achieve your goals in life. You always want to push up and do better. Do you know what I mean? When you play, you want to win. I don't play football to lose. So the motivation is to play football, win as many games as possible, and to hopefully keep pushing on my career. Do you know what I mean? It's only football's a short career. You want to make the most of it. So yeah, I play football to win games of football and to try and get as high as possible, really.
Is there no ceiling for you? Just as far as you can go?
Yeah, keep going as far as I can go. Obviously, at some point, I'm going to find my level. It could be the National League. It could be in the Football League. It could be lower. We don't know. In time, we'll tell.
Yeah, cool. So obviously, when Ian Birchnell came in at Notts, he sort of brought a new style of play that was very exciting, and fans called it Birchnell Ball. So, how exciting as a player is that to be a part of? And do you enjoy it more so as playing different systems at different teams?
You got to start with it. It's great to watch. It's great to play in. He just wants nice, attractive, attacking football. He wants 5, 6 men in the box when a cross is coming in. He wants to win a game 4s, 5s. Like that, for me, that's what football should be about. But listen, some managers don't like that. I've been in teams where we just sit 4 or 5 behind the ball, try and counter, kick it long. But for me to play in, it helps adapt my game as well.
Yeah,
because I have to improve the attacking side that I know I can perform, but I have to get better at it. You know what I mean? I don't hide behind the fact I know there's room for improvement in my game. So, but I do enjoy it. I think the boys enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? You've seen it in pre-season. We've been creating a lot of chances. Sooner or later, we're going to start taking them. We're going to be blowing teams away. So it's a great style of football to play.
I mean, it wasn't far off a win really in the Derby game. I don't think. Like Derby, they're going through troubles, but they're a good side. They're the championship side, and like you say, take chances. We're laughing in that game. Next question then: you've sort of brushed over that you've had to learn new things. But how has since the new system's coming on the virtual, how has it improved you as a player? Have you played wing back before? I know it's not too different to fullback, but
no, I played wing back a few times. Obviously it's different. It's not as attacking as this has been. You need a set of lungs on you, I'll tell you that, I'll be honest. But no, but it's been really good. Obviously there's some times I get left in 1v1. I've got to be better to get past my man to put a cross in. Do you know what I mean? He's brought a side of composure on the ball. Because everyone wants the ball, so it makes it easier. Do you know what I mean? You don't just want the ball and shut it back and get back to opposition because then you're defending again. So it's probably how my game on the ball. Obviously, at times I can be sloppy, but it's helped bring a level of more composure and then more of an attacking threat to my game. But there's still room for improvement, like I said before. And hopefully, if I can get myself into the team and keep playing and keep trying to make them improvements, I can only get better as a player.
Yeah, I think I'm sure we saw a goal from you last season as well, didn't we?
Oh yeah, the left winger.
Yeah, how was that? How was that scoring? I think if I remember right, is it one of your only Notts goals?
It's my first one for Notts. Do you know, there's no better feeling. I'll be honest. I love a clean sheet and a goal line clearance, but when you do score, you know, I think if you see my celebration, it was like 5-1. I didn't know what to do. It was a great moment. It was a great moment because it was a really good game as well. Obviously, we were sort of shot ourselves in the foot, letting them come back into the game, and then we could see 2 sloppy goals again to draw 2-2. But there was no better feeling, I'll be honest.
Yeah, it was a good goal as well. Very good.
Yeah. Last question that me and Tom will come up with then. What was the return of fans like at Meadow Lane? Obviously, Weymouth was very good, but then obviously Chesterfield to follow not long after. What was that like?
I think when obviously the pandemic's never happened before, so you take the fans for granted. You think, oh, they'll just turn up in their thousands every week, they boo you, they clap you, they sing your name, and you go home. But when you hadn't had them for so long, and finally they come back into Weymouth, and they bring the noise, they bring the atmosphere, you feel like it gives you goosebumps. Like fans, football is nothing but fans. I think we've all seen that across whatever sport platform. Like when we come back and walking out at Meadow Lane in front of the fans and they're singing, they're chanting, and obviously I think we do Weymouth away that day. Like it brings, do you know what I mean? Brings goosebumps to your body. Like it's hard to explain.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain as a play, but you get a proper buzz out of it.
Was it complete? Did football feel? Obviously, it would be different. Did it feel lifeless without fans in for so long?
Yeah, it don't feel right. You just think it's a friendly. You feel like there's no fans there. But at the end of the game, you get 3 points. You get no points. Do you know what I mean? There's something to play for, but it doesn't feel like there's something to play for.
Yeah.
Also, when you got the fans there, even we went to Torquay and obviously there's no away fans. We went up there to try and cause an upset, and for a long period of the game, I think we silenced their crowd, and that was great to see. But yeah, I'm excited for the fans to come back this year and create a proper atmosphere.
Yeah, we literally cannot wait. I think it's not long now until we can be back for, I think it's Torquay at home first game. Got some fans questions then. We literally had to wade through so many because people were sending them in. Before we go on to the fans question, we've actually had 2 questions sent in by Adam Dunleavy, who is the manager of the women's team. Always gets involved in the channel, but he sent a couple. So first one, George.
Defensive players are often overlooked as creative players. What would you say to encourage young defenders to value the fact that they are just as creative as players higher up the pitch?
I think if you look at it, defenders win your titles. In the long run, they win your titles. Do you know what I mean? As you get older, you start valuing the clean sheets. Without a solid foundation, you're not gonna win a lot of games. Obviously, the attackers will grab the headlines because they've stuck one in the top bin from 30 yards, but no one remembers the one you clear off the line in the first minute. But defending, you can't beat it. There's no better feeling than winning in clean sheet. It's so important in today's game as well. But no, like the only difference is the goal scorers get the headlines.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? unless it's a ball draw and you've cleared off the line to get to salvage a point or to save a point. I wouldn't look too much into it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think you find everyone wants to be a striker when they're younger, don't they? And I think you settle into your position as you get older. Second one from Adam then. So he's talking about himself coaching the women's team. So as a coaching staff, we believe environment is so important. You can see the players are not so playing with smiles. How big a factor is that in a recipe for success on the pitch? So
I think it's vital. The lads, listen, not everyone's going to like everyone. Let's say that first. Not everyone's going to get on with everyone in the team. But if you come together on a Saturday and you all think, "Come on, we've got to win this game today," the team unit and the team bond is vital for success. Obviously, I'm not lying. We're quite lucky and quite blessed to have such a great bunch of lads that get on, and they want the best for each other on the pitch. And obviously, everyone's enjoying it. There's a feel-good factor around the place. It's when you have one or two like disrupting the group and trying to bring the atmosphere down. It's where you can show and you can sort of see it on the pitch at times. But yeah, if you can have a great changing room with great lads, bit of character in there as well needed, you'll enjoy football and you should see good results on the pitch.
I think we can see that as fans this season, definitely. Like, it feels very positive going into the season ahead, especially the way we finished.
Yeah, and I was going to say, especially after the go-karting video that's put on Twitter last night as well. That looked like a good laugh.
Listen, that was great. There's a few cheaters out there. I won't name no names. I know who they are. But that was a great day out, to be fair. Lads loved it. There's a few surprise winners, but that happens, doesn't it?
Yeah. Next one.
Onto the fan questions now, then, isn't it?
Yeah.
What is the atmosphere like in the changing room before a big game?
Before a big game? They're all big games now.
Well, yeah, I suppose they're all big, but what about
like a playoff game? Like a playoff game?
Yeah, like Chesterfield.
Focused. We before you go to the warm up, before you get to the warm, you can have banter, you can have this, and you can that. But when you come back in from the warm up, you focus on the business.
Would you say it's quite quiet then? Like, as in everyone's focused?
It's vocal.
Quiet.
No, it's vocal.
Yeah.
It's vocal. We were quite lucky last year. We had some very big, good characters in the team that knew what to say, knew how to get players up for the game. You look at Doyle, knew how to get players up for the game with what he said, with his actions. But yeah, it's loud, but it's focused loud. We'll focus on the game. Everyone knows what we need to do in the game. It's just a bit of motivational speech as well from people. But yeah, I'd say it's quite serious.
Yeah. Was it before the Weymouth game then, when fans were back first time? What was that like as well? Was that any different or same?
So the only difference, I'll probably say there's excitement. Like, we want to put on a show on for the fans that have been away for so long. Obviously, it's hard watching it through a TV screen. Do you know what I mean? And we wanted to put a show on for you guys, but it was the same again. We were focused. We knew what we had to do because I think we still were chasing fifth in the playoffs. I think we had to turn up and win. We wanted to play really well, and I think we won 3-0. We did really well. Don't think.
Yeah.
So I mean, they didn't really create us no problems. But just the
Could have been
excitement. Yeah, it could have been. That's the thing. Like, we create so many chances playing this nice attacking football. But the excitement of having these back was probably the only difference, really.
Yeah, I remember the players walking out was goosebumps. Crazy. Yeah. Next question. This is a genuine fan. He's called Ian Birchnell and he does watch our videos, but it's spelled differently. It's genuine. He said, "What has been your greatest achievement in your career so far and why?" Other than promotion this season, hopefully.
Great. I'd say there's a few. I'd say my debut for Coventry. When we win the Checkers Trophy. And also winning the league at Kettering. I think you know what I mean. You go down to that level. You don't know what to expect. It's proper men's football. You go down there. It's a different scene. Do you know what I mean? You're playing on part pitches basically. Things are different. Do you know what I mean? You have beer, you have alcohol, you have burgers and chips after the game, curries. But yeah, winning the league there as well. 14 points clear. We smashed it at the end. I'll probably see them three: the promotion with Ketter and the cup win with Coventry and my debut for Coventry.
Yeah.
Nice. Another one from Instagram. Do you have any nicknames for any of the players in the squad? If so, what are
they? Little man, Aaron the Main.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's my little. That's what I call him. We always joke all the time. Who's taller, and that. Nickname Little Man. I don't think no one else has really got like nicknames. Do you know what I mean? I started calling Carl Wootton Trojan, the Trojan horse. How hard he works for the team and the boys up top, like he's non-stop. He's been sort of nicknamed that today, but no one really has nicknames. Do you know what I mean? We're not that fun.
With Carl Wootton, he does work hard. I tell you what, winds us fans up unbelievable is the amount of free kicks he should win but get given against him. Oh,
it's crazy. It's just poor refereeing, ain't it?
He's literally, he works so hard, but he's a fan favourite as well. Another one from Instagram then. So who do you think is the most talented player at the club currently?
Ooh.
This is one we had quite a lot of people send this one in.
Yeah, I think it's quite obvious. The fans see Cal, they see Ruben, great attacking threats, go past the man like they're not there. You can see the quality they have. If I look at it from a defensive point of view, you look at Sam Slocum, arguably probably the best goalkeeper in the league.
Yeah.
For his position, very talented with his feet, hands. There's nothing he can do. But if we're on the eye, come on, Cal Roberts, makes the game look easy at times. Even Ruben, effortless for them two at this level. To them two, then I'd throw Sam in there. Different kind of talented. But I'd say, yeah, them two and Sam.
Is it fun to go up against Ruben and Cal in training then? Test yourself.
It's fun for me. It's fun. It's fun for me. It's not fun for them when I catch them. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, you can tell in training they're at each other, trying to be better than each other. Who can score the best goal? Who can lead? Do you know what I mean? It's great to see, to be fair. But yeah, them two are very, very good to look at.
It's going to frighten defence of this season, 100%.
Without doubt. Next question then. This is from Will, who's been on the channel a few times. He's a bit of a regular. He said, your fearlessness and bravery are a huge part of your game. Are they something that you have had to develop, or is it something you've always had?
I think I've always had it. Obviously, when you're a kid, everyone starts with a goal scorer. I think they're Thierry Henry or something, don't they? That's what I thought I was. And the older you get, the more push back you think, oh, Dion can play there, Dion can play there. And before you know, you're at fullback, and then you find out you like tackling. And then it just went on from there. Do you know what I mean? I became a lover of tackling, defending, and correct, like, do you know what I mean? Taking ankles, really. But yeah.
This is sort of a linked question, and this one's from Neil, who's also on the channel quite a lot. He says, do you sometimes feel people see you as a one-dimensional player? So like we've said, hard-working, tough tackling, and overlook the rest of you, just because that is so much in the forefront. Every game you'll put in a big tackle. Every game you'll be running 90 minutes. Do you ever feel like people overlook the rest of your ability, or you just don't care about
that? I don't pay too much attention to people's opinions. Because I know what I bring to the team. But that's what I'm known for, I'm known for being that guy who just tackle, who gets into a bit of an argument or a bit of handbags. But listen, when I put that cross in, I don't expect people to sit there thinking, what a cross, if we ain't scored from it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I play my game the way I want to play it. And if people think I'm one-dimensional, then that don't really bother me, because I'm bringing something to the party. But listen, I could be two-dimensional if I start scoring some goals this year. You never know. That's the aim to get the tally up a little bit, I think. But no, it don't really faze me. It don't faze me.
Talking about that, have you got any personal, like, obviously everything's for the team, you want the team to well. Have you got, like you just said, score some goals? Have you got any personal targets or things you want to improve in your game this coming season?
More assists. Well, I think I looked at it last year with the analysis. The crosses I was putting in weren't scoring from them. Probably more assists as a fullback or wing back now. More assists. If I can listen, I'd love to chip in with a few more goals and bring out the Alan Shearer that I bring out in training at times. But yeah, a few more. Like, listen, first I've got to get into the team. If I can get into the team, I need to stay in the team and then assist.
Yeah.
Obviously clean sheets, but assist in goals. If I can add that to my game, then do you know what I mean? I'll be nearly there. Hopefully.
Yeah. Next one then, George.
One from Twitter then. Which player or staff member goes under the radar and doesn't get enough credit for their work?
Oh, the unsung heroes. It's people that you don't see every day. It's people behind the scenes in the offices. You know, the kit ladies, the cleaners. They're all part of the club. They're all the reason why the club's functioning. They're all the reason why we have kit in the mornings, or like the chef, we have nice food. I think if you look at them people, then nobody remembers them. Do you know what I mean? But as a player, you see them every day. You see how they work. They're working just as hard off the pitch than we are on the pitch. So I'd probably say the staff at the stadium, really, to be fair. As in player terms, at some point everyone gets acknowledgement. I think so, from me anyway.
Yeah.
I tell them when they're doing great, like the best I've seen them. I tell them when they've been poor. But no, I think Chicks has to get a mention because Adam Chickson, he was writ off last season for 3/4 of the season. You could say, he got given a chance. He could have easily said, "Nah, you know what, it's not for me." But he came in every day throughout the season, no matter what. He was weren't involved or whatever. He come in, he trained hard. He got given the opportunity, and I think when the gaffer first come in against Wrexham, and he took it with both hands, and he went on to play a big part of the rest of the season. So I'll probably say him for the way he handled himself and his comeback to get into the team and his professionalism is like second to none.
Yeah, he was incredible to be fair at the end of the season.
Unbelievable turnaround, wasn't it, for Chickson, really, at the end of the season, like you say.
Yeah, in an unfamiliar position as well, playing in that centre back role. Really, really good. Got another question then, and it's from Colin Sisson on Twitter. So if you could bring one former colleague into the Notts squad, who would you choose and why?
I've been fortunate to have some good players. I think the obvious one that probably screams out James Maddison.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Imagine him behind Woods and Carden Room off either side. Be frightening. Yeah, John Fleck, who could pass it through a needle. Very gifted midfielder. But then you got Adam Armstrong, just got his move to Southampton.
Scored as well.
Scored 20-odd goals at Coventry, made it look easy. But then you go on like the Ryan Kent, he went on to Rangers smashing up there. You know what I mean? There's too many to pick from, to be fair. But any of them. But then I was lucky enough to play with Joe Cole towards the end of his career, and you can still see in training he had a bit of quality left in him still. To be fair.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Probably want Maddison. He can do everything, set pieces. Can score, go past you like you're not there.
Yeah. Brilliant player.
Another one from Instagram then. Where do you see Notts in 5 years' time?
Has to be Football League, doesn't it? Has to be Football League. You want that within the next... Well, you want it this season, don't you? But within the next 5 years, easily Football League. And I'm not talking League Two. They can... When this club gets promoted, it can go again. There's no doubt about it. The club's massive. the players we've got in now, if we go on to do it, really good, talented players. The squad's just as good as most League Two teams. This club can go places in the next 5 years. It's just getting out of this division is going to be the hardest part. But if we can get that, then there's no reason why the club can't push on, challenge in League Two. If you can achieve it, great. If not, you're a League Two team, and then there's no reason why you can't push on to League One. And then who knows? You look at Coventry. I left. We got promoted from League Two. They're now in the Championship. Obviously, massive club again, but this club can go far.
Yeah, I think we feel that as well. Even though we've not been promoted, it's something's building. Very good. It's very good.
It's going in the right direction. The club's going in the right direction.
It is. George, I'm going to let you take the next question because Luke wanted to know it, one of our regulars. So I'm going to let you take this one.
Yeah, it's a bit of an outlandish one, but we'll go with it anyway. So this is Luke. He's on the channel now and again. He says, Dion has a tough tackling, heart on the sleeve, never say die attitude, fullback. What I'd like to know is, would you rather be a backup dancer for Boyzone or Westlife?
You built the question up.
Westlife, I think. Westlife. I know a few of their songs. I think I know a few of their songs. Boyzone. What do they sing?
I don't know. You'd have to ask George for that. George,
I ain't got a clue. Back in the day, I might have known, but it's been a few years.
Yeah, probably Westlife.
Westlife.
Yeah. But I ain't really got a bit. Do you know what I mean? I got a little two-step in there. But that's all I'll be seeing. Do you know what I mean?
So not backup dancer, standard.
No, that's not really me, but Westlife it is then.
And final question is from Ben on Twitter. He says, playing most of the games behind closed doors last season, were you aware of how much of a fan favourite you've become? Obviously, you don't have social media.
Not really. You hear stuff, but no, not listen. I'll just play football to win and be me, really. If people like that, then it's great. But yeah, it's a bit weird. It's not a weird one, but it's like it is a nice feeling to have. It's a nice praise, but now I'll just turn up and get on with work, and yeah, if people like it, then I'll take it.
Yeah, it means you're doing it right. Definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had a massive amount of questions. That's all we're going to add because some were pretty similar. Some we had a quick chat before we couldn't actually put on the video. A bit ridiculous. But Dion, thank you very much for joining us, taking your time out of your evening to record with us. Massively appreciate it. And just good luck for the season ahead. I think we've sort of said this club can go places. And I think this season is going to be a very good season. So thank you very much for joining us.
No, thank you guys for having me. I'll be honest, it's been great. Hopefully we can repay you guys with a promotion. I'll be honest, it's what we want. So hopefully this season it can happen.
Yeah, thanks, Dion. Good luck for the Barnet game.
Cheers, Dion. Thank you.
Guys. Thank you.